I'd like to welcome you to this webinar, and the webinar is entitled How to 10x Your Email Marketing Results, and I'm going to teach you how to do that by showing you how I helped an accounting practice use a 4-part email sequence to fill their boardroom with seminar attendees twice in the one day. And you'll get the emails I used at the end of this webinar. So if you hang around till the end, I'll give you a link where you can go and download the complete sequence and the landing page we send people to that caused so many people to register for the webinar. But first of all, a mercifully brief introduction to me. I've been online since 2001 and started my first email newsletter back then, but I'm a fitter and turner by trade, so I totally sucked as a writer. And I eventually got better over time, but it just took practice. And the first few emails, I'm embarrassed to look at them today. I've deleted them probably, but they weren't very good. I remember thinking, when I looked back at them years ago, oh my goodness. So I studied and used email marketing like a maniac ever since. But I've coached hundreds of people online and offline in how to use the internet to make sales for their businesses, whether they've got an online business or an offline business. I live at Jimboomba, just south of Brisbane, with my wife and daughter. I'm 53 years old, which is sort of, I guess I'm a bit over half time. I'm not a guru by any means, but I do know how to write a pretty good sales message using email. So now, I'll take you through this 10x case study, and I'll show you the exact email sequence I used to help this accountant to get 10 times as many people into seats at his seminars than what he had before. So, the gentleman's name that I worked with was Paul Blahood, and he's a strategic business specialist at Adrenaline Consulting. And he was working at the time with an accounting firm, and they were doing seminars to help business owners increase their sales. It was a very deep recession on the Gold Coast, and a lot of the clients were having trouble getting paid, and he wanted to do something to help them because his business was on the line too. If his customers didn't pay him, I guess, he was going to be in strife. So he did these seminars, he was doing these seminars to help his customers get through this bad recession. But they were having very little results getting people using email. They wanted to fill the boardroom, which was probably 25, 30 people in each seminar. They wanted to fill it up and see what kind of results they got. They'd used email marketing, but they've got very bad results. They'd send out an email to their 400 odd person list, and they'd get 2 replies and 1 booking. It was terrible. They were happy to try something different, which was great. A lot of business owners won't do that. They'll just sit there and put their head in their hands and do nothing, but they were happy to try because I knew Paul reasonably well, and he said, let's try this guy, let's see what we do. So I created a done-for-you email campaign that we ran. I wrote all the emails after consultation with them, and they sent them out, and they were quite happy with the results. So here's what happened. I spoke to the client, and I found out what the hot button topics were for his clients. Okay, what do they want, and why do they want it? And we came up with the name of 3 Steps to Business Growth Seminar, because that's what they wanted. They wanted something that's step by step, and they wanted to grow their businesses because they were struggling. We created a VIP landing page on their website. VIP is only for their customers, so the only way you could find it was to get an email that took you there. And that web page contained all the details. And we came up with a story and a hook for the offer, and I wrote a 5-part email sequence that talked about why people should attend and what was in it for them, because this is the thing, what's in it for me? Why should I go? And how am I going to be better off when I visit this seminar than what I am now? We launched the seminar by using an email sequence, and we positioned it as an event, so people had to turn up on the day, otherwise they're going to miss out. It wasn't going to be recorded, it was just a one-time event, and they had to come today. We used a number of emotional triggers, the open loops and things like that, to increase the attendance, and you'll see them in the messages. And I sent the sequence out over 7 days, with each message kind of reinforcing and talking about the others, so that there was a continuity of message there. And then one of the junior managers there followed up by telephone with the most important clients, the ones they really wanted to go to this seminar, and tried to convert them into definites. Some came, some didn't. Most of them were already coming anyway. This is what Paul said. This is the post he put on my LinkedIn profile. I don't need to read the lot of it. The main thing is in the middle there. He says, we had a 10-fold increase in seminar attendance thanks to Rocky's easy-to-follow system. And what the easy-to-follow system is, I wrote the emails and he sent them out. that's what happened. So it was just done for him. I created them, I spoke to the client, we worked out what we're going to send, and he sent them out. So let's take a look at this email sequence, and as I said, I'll give you the download link for this at the end of this webinar, so you can just go and download it and modify it to suit your own business if you'd like to. Here's message 1, and the subject line is personal invitation from Joe Smith. Now the names have been changed in this to protect the parties concerned, but let's go through the mindset of this. Personal invitation from Joe Smith. Now Joe, that was his real name, the first name. He's their accountant, and he also helps them with strategic planning, and he does their taxes. He helps them with their superannuation funds. This gentleman is in their lives, so they know him, they respect him. He's an authority figure in their lives. So when you get a personal invitation from someone like that, you're going to open the message. And the subject line is so important on your messages, because if people don't open your message, the whole thing's wasted. So it doesn't matter what you say in the body copy, they're not going to read it. So your subject line is so important. It's like 80% of the work is done when someone opens your message. That's how important it is. So the message says, Dear Rocky, it's no secret that many businesses are seeing lower sales and profit due to the tough economy. And this was addressing a direct problem that his clients had been telling him they had. The economy's slow, we've got lower sales, and we're not making any money. We need help. So this sticks that straight in their face right up front. But not everybody was, so I put this line in. And even if your business has not been affected yet, it makes sense to be prepared in case your circumstances change. Now, there were profitable businesses still. We wanted them to come along too, because the planning and strategic advice that they were going to get was going to help them as well. And circumstances change. All it takes is for someone to move a road, or a big contractor to go bankrupt, or the government to change the rules, or anything like that. Big competitor turns up next to you, and your circumstances change. So this information that he was sharing was very helpful to them, and they were going to get more business from these people if they got them to this seminar, and they could show them how they, by spending more money with the accounting firm, they were going to make more money themselves. To help you plan for growth in these tough times and take advantage of opportunities as they present themselves. So there's both people. Plan for growth in tough times and take advantage of opportunities. So the good companies can take advantage of opportunities, the ones that are making money. I've asked our head of business strategy, Peter Parker, who was actually Paul Blout, to present a seminar entitled 3 Steps to Growing a Business in Tough Economic Times. Normally priced at $67, this invitation entitles you to attend for free. For all the details and to book, please visit this page. Now, when you put an embedded command in a link like that, people will click on it. It's got a much higher click-through rate than if you just put a bare link, or a bit.ly link, or a link to your website. By putting a command in the link, you'll get more people to click on it. I strongly urge you to attend this free event. As you will see when you click on the link above, so you're telling them to click on the link above, Peter will be sharing specific actionable strategies successful businesses are using to beat the competitors and grow despite the economy. This is what people wanted. Visit this page to learn more about this event and to register. So there's another command in that hyperlink there, and people click on it and go to the website. Looking forward to seeing you there. Warm regards, Joe Smith. This is just written like a normal person would write a letter. P.S. Feel free to forward this to one person you know will love it. So that's the first message. Got a great response. This is the second message, sent 3 days later. Subject line, in case you missed this. So that's curiosity, and again, it's from the principal of the accounting firm, so he's got authority. They've seen 2 messages from him in 3 days. This never happens, so this is curiosity. Hi Rocky, it's Joe here again. A few days ago I sent you the email below. The feedback we've received so far has been very positive, and because the interest has been so strong, I wanted to make sure you didn't miss it. So here's that email again. And then you just copy and paste the exact same email in there below that introduction. So you've got a reason why, in case you missed it, we don't want you to miss out, and it's been very popular, okay? So people want to become, well, they want to join in things that are popular, and they don't want to miss out. So you've got authority, you want people to be the in crowd, they wanted to come along, and this email got a good response too. That's the end of it there, same thing now. Message 3, 4 days later. Your questions answered. Now, we had received questions from people. These are the objections, okay? The people are going to have objections. Even to a free seminar, their time is not free. Time is the most valuable thing people have, and to ask people to share it, you've got to give them value. So they're thinking, well, do I really want to leave my business for an hour to drive up and back and an hour for the seminar? Is it going to be worth my time? So he says, with this in mind, I thought you might find my answers helpful. And the first question was, how can I improve my marketing without spending more money? During the seminar, Paul will introduce you to effective strategies that will increase your business exposure without the high cost of advertising, okay? Which he did. Email marketing is one of them, and which he touched on. But there were others that Paul mentioned too that would help their businesses earn more money, get more clients. Question, what can I do to motivate my staff to sell more? There are a number of sales techniques and methodologies you can implement that will teach and motivate your staff to sell more. He'll be covering some of these for you, and Paul did go through some of them, systems and helping to get your employees to take ownership of their work, which was very, very powerful for some of the attendees. That's what Paul does. He's a strategist, and he goes into businesses and helps them do all that kind of thing and get their businesses running more productively. So next question, how can I increase our productivity without damaging our culture? And the answer was, Paul will be talking about how the implementation of simple, consistent processes will dramatically increase your team's productivity through ownership and accountability. And he did that, and he showed people that once you get everybody on the same page by setting up a system, things run much more smoothly. And the last question was, who should attend this webinar? Owners and directors of businesses that are looking to boost their revenue, increase their profitability, and maximize the value of their business, which is nearly everybody, honestly. Here's what to do next, and this is a great way to structure a message. Its beginning is, here's what I've got, this is the thing, here's what it will do for you, and that was the Q&A in that one. Here's what to do next. So you can even say that in messages. Here's what I've got this thing, it's going to do this and this and this for you. Here's what it will do for you. You'll learn this and you'll get this, and it will make the holes you're drilling better, and it will make your machining more smooth, or whatever it is, Here's what to do next. And then we've got a big long hyperlink. Visit this page now to learn more and to register for this event. So it's a command. Here's what to do next. And people did. I'm looking forward to seeing you there. Warm regards, Joe Smith. P.S. The business growth strategies Peter will be sharing in this free seminar can be applied to any business. Come along and join us to learn how you can increase your sales and profits regardless of what the economy is doing. And there's that link again, same link. Some people will click on the very last thing, and the very last thing in any message should be a call to action with a link to buy or to do whatever it is you want them to do, to email you, to pick up the phone, whatever it is you want them to do. This is the fourth message, sent the day before the seminar. Dear Rocky, the deadline for registering for our free seminar, 3 Steps to Business Growth After the Global Financial Crisis, is getting very close. And if you haven't booked yet, I didn't want you to miss this important event. Now, we're putting scarcity into this because when you bring people up against a hard deadline, it forces them to make a decision. There are 2 sessions at 12:30 and 6 p.m. and as a business owner or manager, this seminar will be extremely valuable for you. Now, as you'll see, what we did here, we took some of the landing page, the sales page, and we put it in here, and then we added the Q&A from the previous message because not everybody would have seen that, and then we ended it with the rest of the sales page because what we did, we wanted everybody on the list to see the sales message, but not everybody had clicked through to the sales page. So we included the sales page copy in the last message on the day before. So then they got to see the whole enchilada. They knew everything about it, the questions and answers had been answered, and they knew exactly what they were going to get in the seminar. So there's the Q&A there, I won't read that again. But then it says, here's what this live training event will do for you. Now remember those words, here's what this will do for you, okay? 1, you'll discover the main reason why 67% of small businesses fail within 4 years of startup, and why your business should be following the 3-step MMM system to avoid becoming one of these statistics. And if you can put whatever you have into a system, rather than a concoction of unrelated parts, people will buy systems, and they'll pay more for systems than they will pay for just, you've got to put this with this and then plug that in and put that here and there. If it's a system, you'll get more money for it because it's already done for you. Not too far, sorry. Number 2, you'll learn the secret of finally getting paid what you're worth, which is what everyone really wants, the emotional thing of, I don't get paid what I'm worth, without having to worry about price being an issue. And so many people in businesses, they're completely competing on price, and you're not going to be the lowest price ever, usually. And competing on price, you're just going to finish up broke or just struggling to survive. So you need to be able to differentiate yourself, get away from being the guy who's got the lowest price, and you'll be able to make more money. Hint, it's not just getting more customers. So that opens the curiosity, opens a loop. What is this thing? What am I missing? What don't I know? Number 3, you'll discover a unique 3-step formula. Again, formula, system for attracting customers. You get them to come to you. That allows you to only attract motivated prospects who know the value of what you're offering and are predisposed to buy from you. They're not price shoppers, because let someone else have the price shoppers. We only want the people who know and understand our value and want to work with us. And if we want to work with them, that's great too. We need to have both ways. You need to be able to work with people. If you don't like them or they don't like you, you don't want to deal with them. Then we got here's what to do next. So remember, here's what I got. Here's what this will do for you. The seminar is what we've got. These are the 4 bullet points here, the numbered bullet points. Here's what that will do for you, and here's what to do next. All right, so you're telling them this is what to do. Call Kerry on this number or email Kerry@joesmith to secure your seat. Once your registration has been completed, Kerry will email you the information you'll need to attend the event. And this was all on the sales page that people click through, and I'll show you that sales page at the end here. Unfortunately, space is limited, and this live training will likely fill up. So we've got a time deadline and we've got a space deadline. So you're stacking the deadlines, okay? Very powerful. So claim your spot by calling or emailing Kerry, and I'll show you at the seminar. I'll see you at the seminar on Tuesday, August 21st. Best wishes, Joe Smith. Now, looking back, we should have put this PS in all the messages, but it only came up at the end, and I kick myself now, but I use it now anyway. For future messages. P.S. Feel free to bring along any friends or family members who might find this information helpful. Now, we found people, when they read that, they were booking in their friends and family. So, if we had done that earlier, we might have got more. But still worked out fine. That's one of the little lessons you learn. Last paragraph, just let Kerry know how many people will be attending in your party. When you book, go ahead and call Kerry now on this number or email her to secure your seat. So there's the final call to action. The very last thing people see is do this now. And here's the sales page. Very short, sweet, and it's basically the message I had there before. Live seminar, Peter Parker, which was actually Paul Blahut from Joe Smith Wealth Advisors, presents 4 steps to growing your business after the GFC, which we didn't actually call it that. That got changed after I took this screenshot here, but a slightly different name, but it's basically the same. It was the same wording as in the email. You're invited to attend a free live training event on Tuesday, 21st of August at 12 p.m. or 6 p.m. As business owner or manager, this seminar will be extremely valuable to you. Here's what this live training event will do for you. Remember that from the email? So this is just word for word copy from the email. We copied this page into the email and sent it out to everybody. So they got all of the Q&A, they got all of the reasons why, and they got all of the calls to action in one email. That's the end. Warning, space is limited and it will likely fill up. And it did. Call Carmen, okay? So it was Kerry. I made a boo-boo there, but you'll see what I mean. And that's the end of the sequence. That's the landing page and the emails that I created. So I'll give you the link to download that shortly, and you'll be able to modify that yourself and use it in your business. So there you have it. That's an overview and a very specific case study of how to use email marketing in a business to get much better results than you might be getting now. You're just sending out a single message here and there. You're not using email to its fullest advantage. And if you use a sequence like that, where you reference other messages, previous messages, and you talk about future messages, and you open loops and close loops in people's minds, you are going to have a lot better results. But enough of that. Let's talk about you. So you're sitting there watching this webinar, and you're in front of your computer or you're on your iPad or your smartphone with me right now. And you know that using this kind of email marketing to follow up with your customers is a very good idea. But I have a question for you. Will you do it? And unfortunately, for most business owners, the answer is going to be no. They might try to run a few campaigns. It doesn't work as well as they thought it would. So then things get in the way, life moves on, and you just never get around to it. So that's why I'd like to make it easy for you. So you've just seen how powerful a properly constructed email sequence can be. So would you like me to show you how you can get the most money out of your existing customer database? I'm happy to help you design a custom marketing plan for making additional sales to your existing customers, help you identify the best customers to target first, and then help you get the maximum number of sales possible out of your existing customer database. This way you'll be able to generate some extra profits quickly and get the highest ROI you can without wasting any time and money trying to test things, trying to come up with campaigns that work. There's no cost to this and there's no obligation of any kind. I offer this free service because I'm a back-end marketing specialist and I work with successful businesses that are looking for ways to grow even further. And there's a good possibility that if you find value in the advice I give you, you might want me to help you implement the plan we come up with together. With that said, please understand that I'm not offering a sales pitch in disguise. I promise I'm not going to pressure you or pester you in any way at all. In fact, after we talk on the phone or we meet in person, if you feel I've wasted even 1 second of your time, let me know and I'll either give you a crisp $50 note on the spot or send you $50 by PayPal to compensate you for your time. The thing is, I can't help everybody. I can really only be of benefit to people who have successful businesses that have current sales of at least $1 million a year and that don't have any capacity constraints that could hamper their growth. Here's what to do next. If you want to schedule a planning session with me, just click the link below this video. When you click, you'll see a form asking a few questions about your business and what you're looking to accomplish. Once I have that information, I'll do some market research for you and we'll set up a time to go over it together. I just want to thank you for staying with me throughout this presentation, and you'll see the link above there. That's the link to download the email sequence I shared earlier in the video. If you just go to emailalchemy.net/sequence, you'll be able to download the PDF file that has all of those messages in it and the landing page template that you can use and just apply that in your business. If we don't work together, I would still want to give you that as my gift, and I'd love to hear what you think. I'd love to hear your results. And again, if you like what you've just seen here and you'd like me to go through with you and help you create a custom marketing plan for your business without any obligation, just click on the link below this video, fill out the form and send it off to me and I'll get back to you within 48 hours. So once again, thank you for watching this video right the way through. Don't forget you can download your email sequence there at emailalchemy.net/sequence. And I hope to hear from you in the near future, and if we don't work together, that's fine too. I hope I've given you value in this video, and I wish you every success.